want to know which planet was causing your suffering? How about Earth?
Hey everyone, Brandflakes here, back with a new Chaos Hero Nightmare video. I'm gonna try and go really quick for this video, but basically, ironically enough, this is a video about speedrunning Chaos and how I approach it in order to maximize my time and my deck building efficiency. And if you're curious about my validation or my ability to speak on this, you can just look at my channel and see all the builds I've made in the last 2 weeks. And yeah, hopefully that kind of gives enough justification for me to make this. If you're a new player, everything I talk about will probably be incomprehensible. I'll try and include a new player section at the latter half of the video, but this first 5 minutes will probably just be nonsense, what is this guy even saying type of deal. But yeah, getting straight into the actual content. First of all, I personally don't think this is really possible. It's not possible to speedrun the Chaos, at least seasonal Chaos, without owning 9 or E2 Serenial. If you don't own 9, I have no idea what a alternative is, so sorry about that. This is assuming that you have either one of those characters in order to speedrun, because otherwise I think the game has been power crept already enough to the point where you really need these really strong Chaos characters in order to justify speedrunning like this. So I'd rather be able to punch through this current seasonal Chaos really easily. So first of all, I always take the first option on the Kirkin's Blessing, no matter what. I value frequency of Chaos runs themselves over the minor benefit or a great start that you can maybe get from the second or third option, because I know there's some good quality options on second and third option, but realistically, I don't really care about that high roll. I want to see if I get the Divine Epiphany that I'm targeting itself, because right now I'm really farming for these 180 faint memory saves, and that means that I just have to see that Epiphany combination in the first place for it runs to be worth it, and therefore I don't care about anything else for the most part. I do care about certain epiphanies to make the build actually properly work, but otherwise I am looking for that combination so I can even make the deck to begin with. And so that also means that I am going for as few fights as possible for the most part, unless I'm targeting a Kafox node just to see if I can get double Kafox, right? So I will always look for a path that has as many events and as many campfires as possible so that I can just skip through the run as soon as possible. And again, the reason why I do this is because I want to just hit the Epiphany. I want to see as many runs as I can, because I'm always leaving oftentimes before I even kill the first boss. The only time now, again, if you're a newer player or you don't have as much currency as me, you should probably kill the first boss until you have an excess of these flames. But I'm just running right through. I'll if I don't have an Epiphany on the target card, I won't even bother killing the first boss. I'll go to the first boss, see if there's a glow on that card. If there's no glow, I'm exiting, I'm escaping. And the reason for that is because they've allowed us to actually keep the modifier or the run itself from leaving if you leave after the first checkpoint. So there's really no loss besides your own time for leaving a run after the first checkpoint, which is why I do it. And yeah, the way I really maximize my ability to see as many epiphanies as possible is, again, I'm just going for as few fights as possible. I will go for a few fights just to get the card. Okay, I guess this is a better way to put it. I will take fights or I'll try to maximize my fights until I see the card I want epiphanied. The moment that card is epiphanied, I'm trying to maximize my rerolls for it, or I'm trying to sprint to the end as soon as possible to see yeah, I'm really realistically I'm sprinting to the end of or to the final shop, because the final shop marks the last chance that I can get the divine copy I want and then hit the copy from the boss being killed. And so if I run out of credits, if I am at 100 credits and I'm going to the first shop, I won't even bother with the rest of the run, because oftentimes these Gigabits builds for these characters still requires you to have the other cards in your deck to be properly epiphanied, as well as you affording some removals to make sure everything else is good. So a lot of times these tier 16 modifiers will include minus credits. Very rarely will they allow you to have 100% credits, in which case you can be a bit more flexible and a bit more careless with your credit expenditure. But for the most part, you'll often have minus 6%, minus 70%. So having as many credits as possible is really important, and that actually means that you should be selling your equipments the moment you get them. 9 is strong enough that you don't really need equipment on her to punch through the seasonal Chaos, assuming you're on tier 15 or tier 16, or rather level 8, and doing a tier 16 run. There are a few equipments I do recommend taking, like Survivor's Hood. You can't always get Ironclad on 9, and having the combination of Alcia for free, by the way, on Distortion Adaptation, having the combination of Alcia's passive giving you shield as well as Survivor's Hood giving you a much fatter shield as well, will often reduce your overall damage taken and your stress taken by a huge amount. So there are certain blue equips that I will take just to make sure the run progresses smoothly in case I hit the divine card I want, but otherwise everything is sold. I don't take them for base stats. I don't take them to or again, certain items like the flashbang glove, the damage reduction helmet. I'll take those because those are my default items that I would want anyways at the end of the run. But otherwise, like if it's a bad like squid item, I'll sell it. If it's a bad gold item like the Ravage shield boots, I'll sell it. I will sell everything that I think is not gonna guarantee my run succeeds or is not guaranteed to be in my end build so that I can really min-max my credit output because it feels really bad to lose a build or lose a Gigabyte build because you ran out of credits on the very last shop, which has happened to me more than I wanted to because it's only happened to me like maybe like 3 or 4 times in 100, maybe like 100 plus runs, but those 3 or 4 runs made me never want to have none of credits ever again. So that's why I do that. And hopefully this blurb made sense to you veterans that are watching this to this point. If you need more elaboration or explanation on certain details, let me know in the comments and I'll chat away and let you know or answer questions there. And so if you're a new player and you got to this point, first of all, let me know if that made any sense, I guess. But realistically, there is no point for a new player to do this run unless, again, you have E09 or E2 Serenil. And by the time that some people watch this video, I'm assuming 9 might have already left the banner. My bad for not making this video sooner. And I don't know if Tefera will be good enough to carry you. Hopefully she is though. But if you're a new player, 9, at least so far, seems like a pretty good investment because she punches through this current chaos so easily. And this chaos will be here for another 2 months-ish, right? And so the other thing that you really want to upgrade or really want to have handled before you even attempt this sort of speed run is that you want your zero system upgraded to the point where you have, at the very least, cognitive reconstruction as well as identification signal duplication activated. Now these make your run a lot easier because the cognitive reconstruction allows you to re-roll your epiphanies for credits in the run at campfires, which is really important for maximizing the amount of epiphanies you see on a target card. And then administrator mode, identification signal duplication is what allows you to target combatants to copy, which also optimizes your chances of getting the copy to begin with. Because if you only have 3 cards that can be copied on a character, you are guaranteed to hit the divine you want, and you can't lose a run for bad copy luck. And the way you can cheese these upgrades is that you can level up everything in one section, unlock the next section, and then reset everything, and you'll keep the unlocked section. So then you can level everything in that new section, unlock the next section, reset again, and then just directly buy the upgrade here. And of course, if you're a new player, like you will struggle a lot more than I would because I have all the base stats obtained from the codex. I have all the money increases from codex. So again, if you're a new player trying to mimic what I'm doing, you will struggle. You should probably kill the first boss and leave immediately. And yeah, because if you're trying to max out your cash, you should always leave on the first boss. As far as I'm aware, like I don't think the second boss multiplies your currency more than double. So you're actually getting half of the credits or half of the raw rewards from killing the first boss. But the reason why it's better to leave immediately is because you will then re-trigger the 1 HP debuff against normal monsters from the Kirkin Blessing. And so that's why I really recommend just like ramming through. Always click the first one. Like don't even look at what the first one is, just click it. If it's like a rare neutral card, just cancel it and move on. You're only taking it for the speed run and for the time efficiency because I think that's way more important than like the min-max you would get otherwise. And yeah, I don't really think there's much else for this. I know there's probably a lot more, but I want to make this video short because I see a lot of guides for speedrunning being really long, and I'm sure I've missed something really important, honestly. But yeah, I just want to make this a short video because I think, ironically, like with speedrunning, you guys probably just want the information as soon as possible, and I'm happy to answer questions if needed. And I can always make a follow-up when it comes down to it if I've missed too much. So just let me know if I've missed anything that you think is important, and I'll fix that in a future video because I just want to get this out before 9 left the banner. And yeah, just want to do my due diligence on that. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like or comment or subscribe. I should probably start saying that more often in videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.